The period of typing a query and waiting for a static response is ending. We are moving towards systems where the model takes the initiative. Many evaluations of large language models treat them as highly articulate chatbots or medical scribes. That technical framework misses the current shift in capability. The current design moves away from functioning as a static digital encyclopedia. Instead, the LLM acts as the cognitive engine of an active, goal-driven system. Converting a passive language model into an autonomous agent requires 4 distinct architectural modules: memory, planning, self-reflection, and tool execution. By coordinating these functions, the system executes multi-step clinical workflows autonomously. Recognizing this transition from text generation to workflow orchestration is the prerequisite for deploying commercially viable artificial intelligence in the medical sector. This diagram illustrates Lillian Wang's framework, pairing logical reasoning with raw execution, specifically learning, processing, and tool use. The tool use cycle allows the agent to independently trigger external APIs. Lacking context, it autonomously queries and pulls data directly from the electronic health record. It instantly extracts real-time blood panels from laboratory information systems and cross-references those values against the latest published medical guidelines. A physician spends hours manually logging into databases to pull this information. An agent retrieves, formats, and synthesizes those files instantly. In emergency medicine or acute care, the speed of this automated data aggregation directly correlates with the time available for clinical intervention. Consider a patient with conflicting symptoms, a decades-long medical history, and highly specialized imaging scans. Diagnosing them requires immediate, holistic analysis across cardiology, neurology, and radiology. The agent cuts through internal departmental silos, constructing a complete, unified clinical picture faster than a human administrative team could assemble the paperwork. The commercial value of an AI agent lies in the external digital tools it autonomously wields to collapse hours of administrative friction into milliseconds. Relying on a single language model in healthcare introduces a severe operational risk. When faced with rare diseases, a lone model will often hallucinate, generating a confident but incorrect diagnosis. To solve this, developers deploy coordinated multi-agent systems, or MASH. Instead of asking one model to solve the problem, a complex task is divided among specialized agents. A general practitioner formulates a baseline assessment. A specialist scrutinizes that baseline for technical anomalies. Finally, an adversarial cross-checker audits their logic against established safety protocols. This architecture is a direct digital simulation of a hospital's human multidisciplinary team. We see this mapped out under assisted decision-making. Platforms like MedAgents use this role-playing dynamic to force models to iteratively challenge each other, sharpening the diagnosis. Similarly, other frameworks dynamically scale this digital committee depending on the medical scenario's complexity. Forcing multiple independent agents to debate and reach a consensus reduces the statistical likelihood of a clinical error. Dividing clinical logic across a specialized network provides a verifiable trail of reasoning that limits the impact of individual model errors. Deploying an autonomous system without a specialized evaluation framework creates significant commercial and legal liability. You cannot measure a multi-step tool-wielding agent using the same basic accuracy percentages used for a standard text classifier. Safely deploying clinical AI agents requires a strict 2-tiered evaluation approach. Tier 1 establishes foundational safety, tracking quantitative data like objective correctness and whether the agent successfully extracted data via external APIs. Once proven, the system must pass Tier 2, evaluating strict ethical compliance, clinical semantic correctness, and overall workflow efficiency. It also introduces a humanistic care metric, measuring the agent's communication style, its empathy, and how those factors impact long-term patient treatment adherence. Adhering to this 2-tiered structure is the mechanism for navigating emerging regulatory sandboxes, like the UK's AI airlock and the European Union's Core MD project. Developing these indicators is the path to achieving legally compliant market penetration. To understand the final stage of this transition, we must look past software architecture and observe the physical realities of the clinical environment. This represents a shift toward viewing software as an active collaborator within the clinic. The immediate next step is integrating these autonomous agents with physical embodied robots inside the operating room. This hardware-software integration moves surgical procedures away from purely manual operations and toward guided human-robot collaboration. This hardware-software integration enables the delivery of scalable, hyper-specialized medical interventions. For executives, the primary bottleneck to achieving this future is no longer technological capability. Success now depends on governance. This requires ensuring strict data privacy and proving absolute algorithmic transparency. Healthcare institutions must establish clear accountability matrices to manage the legal risks inherent in autonomous medical decisions. From a socio-technical perspective, these systems must be designed to co-adapt with human healthcare professionals. They are tools for augmentation, not replacement. Leading healthcare organizations will integrate AI agents as rigorously governed collaborative members of the clinical team.